Who's ready for some motherfucking chaos?
Who's ready to rumble?
It's been a hot minute since we've done a chaos episode, actually.
I know. The people, they need to know what's going on in our lives. They have to know.
Oh.
Okay, I do have something, and I didn't know if I was gonna save it for the fall episode or save it for now, but
Okay.
I did have something today that was kind of groundbreaking.
Should we do the intro first, maybe?
Oh shit, yeah. Oopsies. The lights are dim, the windmill is spinning, and we are back, baby.
That's right. Welcome to Secrets in the Elephant Room, where we talk about life, love, and all the chaos in between.
So sit back, grab a drink or a feather boa, and let's get into it.
If you guys haven't met us yet, my name is Payton.
And I'm Dalany.
And this week's elephant is, we haven't updated you guys on our lives in a hot minute, and a lot has gone on. We got a lot to catch you up on. Not anything too wild or crazy, I don't think, but we'll see.
We'll start with Delaney's epiphany.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna show Payton for her reaction.
It's a pumpkin spice latte!
Payton, they finally fucking figured it out. This actually, it like made my whole errand run 10 times better. Like, oh my god, I thought I was doomed. I thought the pumpkin spice life was not for me anymore. I was getting like so concerned. Like my prime memory of a pumpkin spice latte goes back to when my mom and I went to Scooters, and we would get the iced pumpkin spice caramelicious. And since then, I have been a fiend. I've been hooked. It's an addiction. It's a problem, but I also enjoy it. And I thought this year that my adult taste buds really, everyone knows I've been complaining about it for like 2-3 episodes about how I've been wronged every time. Today, it tastes so good. It felt good for my soul.
I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that they figured it out, because I was worried that the Dalany I knew was dead. I was concerned. I was really getting afraid here.
You like send me a pumpkin spice latte like from Seattle like in the mail, and then I'm like, this is my final attempt to fix you.
Girl, I'm telling you, coffee here in Washington is so much better. So I have no doubt if you came here and had a pumpkin spice latte, you would be just fine.
Probably. But yeah, I was rocking that today along with the water for hydration, because, I feel like I've been severely dehydrated recently. I've been doing really...
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That was... Yeah, we haven't recorded a chaos episode in a while.
Why did you like this? You were like, did Shelby say something cute?
No, one of my students messaged me that she just got done performing, and she said it was a really good show, and I just wish she could be here.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah. These kids kill me. Like, almost every day. I get a message from one at least once a week being like, I miss you, or like, I did this week and I thought of you. I'm so pissed off right now. Because, and I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but I am, because I'm livid. And this is going to be part of a later episode that I'm also going to talk about.
Speak your truth, queen. You clock it right now.
Oh my god. This bitch. No, she's going through stuff. I get it. No, I really don't, because even if I was going through stuff, I'd still do it. But the person that they hired to fill my position directing ditched out before she even picked a fall play. At this time last year, I was in the middle of directing a show. We were putting the show together. She didn't even start it. She didn't even pick it. I was like, how the fuck are you going to have this job and not have your season picked out already? Whatever. But, yeah, she quit. And all of my lovely kids, especially my seniors, are more than likely not getting a fall play. And if they don't get someone hired, they're not getting a spring musical, which pisses me off to no end because last year we won awards and was like recognized as one of the best productions in the state. And now these kids are probably not going to get a show. And I'm halfway across the country, so there is not a, like, conceivably not a thing I can do about it. Like, genuinely, it is not my problem, but it is hurting and killing me so much. I'm like, I want to find a way to fix it so bad, but I can't fix it. I can't do anything about it, and I need to accept that I can't do anything about it. I am no longer the director, but man, there's a little part of me that's like, you know, if they could just film rehearsals, I could give them notes, but no, we can't do that.
I just want to say, one, I am so proud of you for, you're a very caring person, and we talk about this. We actually just had a full-on, 2-hour phone call not that long ago talking about this phenomenon, which we will talk about in, obviously, a later episode because it's a really good idea, and I think everyone needs to reflect on this. But I am proud of you for the fact that, yes, you are caring, and yes, this is a bad situation, but that you're also putting yourself first in the sense of there is nothing I can do about it. Even though I know it's killing you, it's literally nails on a chalkboard. Like, you want to knock someone's lights out. You're like, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
I posted on my Instagram, no, I swear to God, I'll come back and kick ass.
And you would. If you could, you would in a heartbeat. I know you would.
And I know what's actually going on with her. I know that there's other stuff going on in her life, but I'm also the person that's like, I couldn't give a shit less what is going on in my life. If I committed to something like that and I actually truly loved and cared about the art of theater, I wouldn't quit. And it's not my place to talk about what's going on in her life, but being told what it was, I was like, absolutely not. I would still be there. I'd be at every rehearsal. I mean, Dalany and I did theater together, and the day that my grandfather died, I was in the hospital with him at 3 in the fucking morning, and I still went to rehearsal the next day for musical. Like, I did not bat an eyelash. I'm very much the person, and this is probably awful, the show must go on. And life doesn't stop because something awful happens. And so, I don't know. So I have a lot of feelings about this, and it's really hard for me right now because I love those kids more than anything, and I wish I could have stayed, but I'm also like, I couldn't have stayed if I cared about myself a fraction of the amount that I cared about the kids, which is part of the reason that I did go to grad school, is because, I love them very much, and if I kept staying because I love the kids, I would never leave, and I have to love and care about myself at least a quarter of the amount that I love these kids to be able to move forward with what I want to do. And staying in my hometown, teaching at my old high school, was not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So.
And that's called character growth. Right there. We are in the plot of the book. The reflection, the character is growing. I love that for you. But
we're trying.
It's so hard. It's definitely two sides of the coin of because I'm the same way. You power through the difficult times. You just keep going. Eventually you do crash. I found that out the hard way through one of my past experiences, and it happens, especially with just the topic of grief and all of that. It's a lot, but it's definitely a balance of putting yourself first versus others, but also still being committed and caring. It's a very difficult line, at least for me, and I think Payton as well, which is, I think that's why it's that's just what you just said is tremendous growth. I commend you, girl. That's awesome. Go you. And you're living your best life right now in Seattle. I mean, not to have this as a terrible topic change because
I know. No.
We do love the children. I watched them perform for Little Mermaid. They were phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Payton did an amazing job with them, but also as her best friend and a very biased best friend, I am so happy with where she's at right now.
Yep.
She is, even with all the difficulties of moving to a new place, making new friends, doing all this stuff, like, you're living, girl. And that's the whole point of this journey. And you had to so started.
Yes, honestly, it was so hard leaving and still is at moments. Like, I have a water bottle full of stickers that my students got me, and I'm like, I feel so loved. Like, they're so amazing. But then I am living my life here, and it does make me sad to hear that like they no longer have a director because somebody else skipped out on them. But I am so beyond happy here. Like, I was happy doing the directing stuff with them, but that couldn't have been my life forever. I love my apartment. I love the vibes here. Washington is so built for me, let me tell ya. And with grad school starting, I'm definitely missing my theater girl era, but I'm loving the writing girl era.
She needs
Definitely
some love.
a vibe.
She needed some love, and I think this is the love she's getting is
Yep.
the perfect segue for you.
Mm-hmm.
In this
It's so funny because my mom called me last night and we were talking about grad school and stuff. And my aunt goes, it just makes me sad that you're like not in New York. And I was like, why? And she was like, you're such a talented director. I don't know why you aren't like trying to get directing on Broadway. And I was like, well, that's part of why I'm getting my degree is so like I can work on my writing, because the goal is for me to write and direct and get into that point. And she was like, well, I hope it all works out because you're way too talented at all these things to give up for just one thing. And I was like, don't say that. I can't handle this.
Too many compliments.
But yeah, grad school's crazy. I love it. I'll talk more about that later. I don't want to get stuck on me because Dalany's also had kind of a wild ride recently.
I haven't tried. Okay.
We need to talk about the text message I got. What was it? Tuesday night?
Yeah. Let's talk about the other elephant in the room.
Yeah, so let me tell my side of the story first. Because, so, with grad school, my schedule is crazy. Monday through Friday, I have my full-time job, and then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I have my part-time. Then Tuesday, Thursday, I have my grad school classes. And my classes go until 10 p.m. Pacific time. So I get home about midnight Central time. And so I'm laying in bed, scrolling TikTok, trying to wind down, watching Smosh on TV, and I send a screenshot, I believe, or a text of some sort. Let me pull it up. Let's see. What did I send?
Yeah, my phone's dead, so she's charging.
Why is your phone dead?
Because I was on the phone with my lovely brother.
Oh, yes.
For a couple hours.
Where is it? We text a lot. I'm realizing we text so much recently. Okay, so earlier in the day, I had sent a screenshot of my co-star, and it says, "Is possible to have a relationship with no drama?" And Dalany made a joke about it being her, and I was like, I don't know. It feels very romance. And then at 11:08 my time, I send a screenshot of Dalany's co-star with me, and it says, "Stay in the moment with Dalany if you are ready to be." Fuck, that's the first time I last name dropped you.
Oh, you just did! Oh my god! I didn't even... I honestly, because I do it so much, I thought it was normal. I was like, oopsies.
Stay in the moment with Dalany. If you're ready to be seen, Dalany is ready to make time for you. And I said, I guess it was talking about you. And she immediately likes that message at 11 o'clock my time. And then she says, I can't believe I'm awake right now. I said, why the fuck are you awake? Bro, go to bed. And she said, I had to finish my QBR. 1 a.m. I just got done. I said, no, what the fuck? It's 1 a.m. What the fuck? And she goes, girl, I've been so busy. I go first. I had no time to do it before it's. So what the fuck is this message?
It's dying.
Girl, I've been so busy. I go first. I had no time to do it before it starts. It was getting it all done tonight. Plus, I was in grind and wide awake, so I did not realize what time it was until I finished. And I said, maybe, my God, it's not about you. And then she says, could I have done it earlier time? Yeah, probably. Did I? Obviously not. But I was very productive today. The moon and universe got my back. Except they're probably like, girl, go to bed. Hashtag workaholics anonymous. God.
Yeah. So a big elephant in the room. Dalany slipped up at Workaholics Anonymous.
She relapsed.
I relapsed. Whoops. And all I can say about it is sometimes this happens and we make mistakes.
That's a grad.
How you just described that. Plus, what I was texting, that was 1 a.m. Dalany trying to explain her reasoning for doing this. It was
This is you texting in general. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a very good texter. This is why I use reactions now. It's been my saving grace. Like, being so, like, literate, and it's just like, she's dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. Like, it's just bad. Like, I cannot text for crap. Like, sometimes I get too excited and I don't slow down with my texting, and I'll just be like, and then hit send and don't, like, revise, and then I'm like, oh, Payton's gonna cringe at this message. But I'm like, you know what? She loves me. She's used to it. It's whatever. 1 a.m. Dalany, it's like a whole other beast to try to conquer. But with relapsing,
Like, it's like a gremlin. You can't feed her after midnight.
I'm like Gizmo, a Mogwai. You know, yes, mistakes were made. Do I regret it? No. Because here's my reasoning. I know this is a terrible example.
You know, our Workaholics Anonymous was to, like, help people not be workaholics, and here you're like, as long as you feel good about it.
Well, okay, here's my thing. Here's my situation. Yes, I got it the week before. I was too busy trying to gather clients for this next quarter. I had a lot of pressure on me the week before of closing out a quarter, starting a new one. I was super close to 100%, so I was literally in like lock-in mode, trying to book as many meetings to try to get whatever I could through the finish line, and some things worked out, some didn't, and in that I had to transition to a new quarter where everyone's like, we got to double up on activity because quarter 2 for us, which is Q4 for most, is super difficult because it's the holidays. People take off work, including us, you know. It's hard to think about holistically because there's so much pressure on you, you know. In a normal quarter, it's a little different where you kind of have a game plan in your head and you map things out and there's not too many unexpected changes. With the holidays and people taking work off in sales, it's just like, I know everyone's going to be like, oh my God, cry me a river. I'm not complaining about it, but like, this is just what was going on in my brain. I was thinking about my future for Q2, my ending of Q1, that I had my quarterly business review for Q to do. And I was getting meetings booked. I was organizing my strategy for quarter 2. And quite frankly, this QBR template was super long. And basically, for what people don't know what a quarterly business review is, at least like, basically it's a review of how you did in the previous quarter. You explain your faults, the hardships, how you navigated them. You ask for advice and feedback on what to change. You talk about your accomplishments, your successes, what worked well, and what your game plan ultimately in sales is for like the next quarter. Like, how are you going to hit your number? All that jazz. So I was working on that, and I was kind of working on it a little bit, but like the smaller parts, like calculating out how much activity do I need to do to get meetings, to get ops, to hit my quota. Like all of that stuff on the side I was starting to do, but there was a lot of filler stuff that was not on there in quarters prior that I just was like overthinking, I think, because you're presenting this to leadership. So it's important that this is right. And I was going first for my team, and I was booked out the whole morning of with SDR enablement. I had meetings with clients. I had to make meeting prep notes for like my team. I had a whole ass call block. I only had like an hour, maybe 30 minutes to practice. Even though I already knew what I was going to say anyway, but I also like to make sure mine are very genuine and authentic as well. So there's like a line with my practicing. And I only had 1 hour. So I was like, there's no way. I got to just finish this all. I have to finish it. And I was going to just work on it like at the end of my day. And I started it. But then I was like, you know what? I could really go for a walk right now. So I take Chili on a walk. And then I doom scrolled for 2 hours after work. So this is like 7, 8 p.m. Central Time. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta finish my document. And so now I'm scrambling. I'm making sure that all of my wording is right, what I really want to work on for this quarter. I'm really pushing to make sure this is a really eloquently done QB. And then I get done, and I'm like hanging on by a thread. I had such a long day at work that Tuesday. I get done. Plus, I wasn't sleeping. Like, I was sleeping pretty okay because, you know, the harvest moon was coming, and it's an Aries moon, and I was like, oh my God, finally my time to shine. Because let me say, the moon before that, Payton's Virgo moon, I think that's what it was, it killed me a bit. It put me through the ringer. I was not sleeping well. I was not doing good with Payton's Virgo moon.
This moon was killing me.
It was like well, did we flip-flop? Like, did you have, like, my experience for your Virgo moon? And, like, I had a really good Aries moon.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a really good Aries moon. I had a really rough one, but you talk about yours.
Yeah. I'm going to finish the workaholics. So, I look at the time, it's 1 a.m, and my dumbass was like, oh, Payton texted me, I'm going to respond. And then I immediately was like, oh my God, Payton's going to fucking kill me. We had a whole episode about this. This is the one time I've really slipped up. I've been doing pretty good at standing my ground of like logging in and logging off and like really like shutting my work off and really being productive during the workday. And also making sure I'm taking my lunches and all of that. Like all the stuff I said I was going to work on, I did. This time I really slipped up. But let me just say, that was a weird bump. Let me just say, I had a kick-ass QBR. Like, I did really well. I had a lot of leadership watching mine. I went first. I think it was very well done. And I had a lot of questions from, like, leadership people were asking me. And I just took a deep breath and I answered them with full confidence. I felt like a badass. I felt like I really knew what I was talking about. Like, I was locked in. And I was pretty proud of it. But
I was disappointed in the 1 a.m. text, but I can't even really blame you. Because, yeah, if you killed it, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for feeling good about it.
I'm glad I got all of the content done beforehand. I just need to, again, prioritize it more earlier on, which I did not do because I think my brain was scrambled with too many things. And so the lesson is, take a deep breath. Focus on the now. Stop focusing too much on the past and the future performance. Get done what you need to get done so then when the time comes, it's already done and you're not Dalany falling asleep at her laptop at 1 a.m. and then wakes up for her QBR, gets 1 hour, and then ready to go. Even though she did kill it, don't do that. And we're going to be better now. I learned my lesson because working the next day sucked. It was bad. I was exhausted. But yeah, that's my 1 a.m. text. And what I was trying to explain to Payton in the text was, I have no time. My morning is booked out. I cannot work on it. I go first, so I have to be ready to go. There's no pushing back. Like, there's no doing it. I know other people do this where, like, while other people are going, because everyone likes to compare, like, ooh, I like what they said there, and they'll, like, keep working on it until they have to go. I don't like doing that. But that wasn't even an option for me. I didn't even have that option to do that. I just had to rip it and weep. But yeah, that was Dalany's 1 a.m. story, and thank you guys for keeping me accountable, and thank you, Payton, for chewing my ass out, even though
not even chew you out over text.
it was more like, girl, go to bed.
Yeah, it was literally just like, I was panicked more than anything because I was like, dude, she's gonna be fucking exhausted for tomorrow. And then after that, I was responding in emojis because I was so tired that I was like, I can't even fucking bother with this bitch. I can't hold her accountable.
Delusion right now. We can't feed into delusions at 1 a.m.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I sent you like an upside down smiley face emoji, and I was like, I sent you a thumbs up because I was just like,
checked out.
I can't be fucking bothered. I'm exhausted. I just spent 14 hours not in my home, running around from place to place. I love you, but I could not help you. I am a bad sponsor in that way.
But you know what? We're with a relapse. We learn from our mistakes, and we will do better. We will be better, and we will plan more efficiently. Because again, I was doing so many good things right.
With how my schedule is this technically like a relapse for me?
Dude, I don't even know. Because like, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. I don't know. Leave a comment, guys, if you're like, Payton, you definitely relapse, and we're just enabling you at this point.
Well, it's like hard because it's like a necessity. Like, you need means to live, and then you have to go to class. But then it's like, is the workaholics like you breaking it? Like, you could have found jobs that prioritize different days in your schedule type of thing.
True.
Or like, but also you were going through it in the job market. So did you really have a choice in that matter?
Yeah. Thank you. I feel very affirmed. Are we enabling or are we being realistic?
We need an intervention. I'm just kidding. How not to enable your best friend.
Really? Girl.
Enablers Anonymous.
Whoa. I don't know that we're necessary. Okay. I do not enable anybody else's bad habits except for I mean, isn't it like your job as best friends?
To feed into the delusion? I think that's a major part of it.
I think, like, if you don't, like, how are you supposed to be best friends?
How else do you dream big?
But then also, it's a mix of, like, delusion and being brutally honest. Because I will call you a dumb bitch. But I will also be delusional with you. So it's like...
You'll be like, dumb bitch, but I love this dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's a good balance, you know? Oh my god, speaking of the wild schedule and like, this might be a sign that it is a relapse and not a necessity is my current V8 situation. Dude,
if you guys could have see or have like saw the photo I witnessed.
You didn't even see a photo. We were on FaceTime.
My jaw was on the ground. I was like, is that what I think it is? And Payton's like, yes.
All right. If you guys don't know, I have a deep love for V8 Energy. They need to sponsor me at this point.
They really
like, genuinely.
Can like Bubbler sponsor me and V8 sponsor you?
Oh my god, imagine. But so I have not found a place in Washington that sells V8 energies. Like I haven't found a store, especially the sparkling ones, which is my preference because I don't drink soda very often. And so I really wanted sparkling V8 energies. Good job with that. But yeah, so I was looking for the sparkling ones and I have not found them anywhere. So my coworker was like, yeah, I just ordered them off of Amazon. You can't really find them anywhere. Mixed feelings with Amazon, I think, as most people do at this day and age.
Considering they tried to break into your house twice.
Yeah, I gotta talk about that too. I haven't told that story either. I'll tell that story after this one. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll tell it after this one. So I was like getting ready to order off of Amazon and they have options for you to order like bigger containers. And I was like, well, I don't want to be ordering from Amazon super often because that means they get more money. So what if I do just one big order? So I was like, I'm going to order a container of, I can't remember if it's 12 or 16. Anyway, I think it might be 12. But I ordered a container of my strawberry kiwi and then orange pineapple. And then I saw they had other flavors that I have not yet tried, like the black cherry. So I added that to my order. And then I got the blueberry pomegranate, which I had never had sparkling, so I added that to my order. And then I got a box of 4 of the lemon lime because I was like, I remember trying those at one point, but I don't remember if I like them. So I bought them. I like them. They taste like an off-brand Sprite. Like, it's not bad. Yeah, it's actually, like, pretty good. So, I get the containers in, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna leave them around because Jasper has this thing where he just likes to bite stuff. I don't know if you ever remember this, but I left a box of V8 Energies on the ground in my room, and he bit through them, so I had, like, a whole bunch of leaking V8 Energies
He
on
bit
my
through the
carpet.
can?
Yes! He bit through the box and the can!
Holy crap, how sharp is his teeth?
I don't know. He's staring at me right now like I'm sharing his secret.
Yeah, he's like, don't expose me, Mom. He's like,
But,
excuse you?
So I was like, I'm gonna have to put all of these in my fridge. They're stacked on top of each other. There's 2 layers of V8 Energies at the top corner of my fridge, and it's so bad. I look like a generic grad student with a really bad caffeine addiction.
It looked like you had a problem. Like when I saw that on FaceTime, I was like, my jaw was on the ground, like, how many did you order? And you were like, well, saying the same thing. I got this, and then I saw this, and then I saw this, and then I saw this. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I won't have to order for a long time. Amazon
True.
gets less money from me.
That's very true.
So, there's my feelings on that. But yeah, as Dalany said, I had an Amazon worker break into my home.
I swear to God, it happened. Oh, no, it didn't happen twice. Or did
No,
it
it's
happen?
only once.
The other thing was they gave to the lady that wasn't you. That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking of.
Bruh. Amazon is like, I hate it. I hate it so much for so many reasons.
Your Amazon adventures.
My Amazon
Whole
adventures.
segment of today's episode.
Well, because also, like, I need someone to tell me, like, best places to shop online for, like, different items because I get nervous trusting sketchy ass websites. And Amazon is a sketchy ass website. I have a lot of hate for it. Shade being thrown. But yeah, so I can't even remember what night it was, but I was laying in my bed watching TV, getting ready to go to sleep. It's like 9:30 at night, about to be 10 o'clock, and I was like winding down for bed, and I left my front door unlocked because I'm in a small studio apartment with like a ton of people around, so I would never expect someone to just walk into my apartment. Yeah, this Amazon delivery guy just walks straight in, just opens the door and tries walking in. So I leap out of my bed, which is right next to the door. I push him out and I go, bro, what the fuck? And I slam my door. And he has like the biggest, creepiest grin on his face. So I locked my door. I put in a complaint with my apartment complex because I don't know how to do it. I didn't even order anything from Amazon, is the crazy thing. I didn't order a thing. I wasn't expecting anything, like nothing. And he just walks in and I was like, wrong fucking apartment you're delivering to. And since when is it in apartment delivery? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm glad I have a mailroom, and I'm glad I have like an inside, like there's like a lock before you can even get to like the main part of the complex. Also,
Well, that is the
always
case.
keep your doors locked. It is unsafe out there.
That's the case for like most of the apartment. I just have one of the few apartments that go straight outside. So I don't know. Fucking wild though, bro. Fucking wild. I was like, I can't believe people. But yeah. And then yeah, I did order one thing off of Amazon.
This kills me.
It's so wild.
Even my dad was like, huh?
Yeah. I ordered a record player off of Amazon because I was gifted a bunch of old records of my great grandma and grandpa's. And I was like, I don't have a freaking record player. And so I was like researching one, and one of my friends sent me this one off of Amazon. So I was like, I'll just order it through there, whatever. And I get the notification that it had been delivered. So I go to walk outside to go grab it, and there's no package there. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought they marked it as delivered. Where is it? And so I go to look at the picture. This picture is so fucking wild. Because, like, it's a picture of the Amazon delivery person handing the package to this old lady with a freaking walker, and she's like handing off the package, but somehow somebody else is taking the photo, but like the Amazon person is in the photo. The package is like half ripped open, and it's wild. It's just a wild photo to look at. And so I post on like the app that we have for the apartment complex, and I was like, anybody know where the heck this is at? And everyone is laughing at this photo. They're like, I have no clue where this is at, who this is. But people were analyzing the contents of this photo because it's just a whack ass photo. I'm gonna have to post it to our Instagram or something because it is just wild. There's nobody's faces in it, so like we couldn't get in trouble for that. But it's just like the most wild photo, and they wouldn't let me like. I couldn't figure out where it was, couldn't figure out who it was, so they wouldn't let me mark it as like delivered to the wrong place because they were like, no, look at the photo, it's delivered to the right place. I'm like, that's indoors. My apartment complex is outdoors. Like, you're not even close to the right place. I have no clue where you were at. So yeah, Amazon, bro, you're gonna have to do a lot to make me feel a lot better about you. It's just sad.
That's freaking crazy. The fact that, like, someone snapped the photo and they were I don't even know.
I don't even know how to explain this photo. It's so wild.
It was hilarious. It's not funny did you even get a record player? Like,
yeah, I did. I got the money back for the other one, and then I ordered a new one with the said money. Yes, and I actually got this one.
Okay. Whew. That's good.
I was like, where the fuck else am I going to buy a record player now? That's
Target?
like
Barnes & Noble?
Target was expensive.
Target is expensive in general. Walmart. And then maybe Walmart might have one.
I have no clue where there is a Walmart around here.
Well, no Walmart.
I have no clue. I have very little clue of what's around here. I went to go check out this bead place today for like beading that I'm working on for a book cover. And I got lost trying to find it. It was in this like weird warehouse thing. It was really cool, but it looked like it was a fire department that I was pulling up to. I was like, what is this?
That's awesome. I love it when
it was kind of cool. And then
like old buildings, like there's like the randomest shops inside like kooky buildings. Like that's just awesome to me.
I know, but it was just like it looked like brand new firehouses. Looked brand new. And in I walk, and there's a bunch of old ladies picking out beads and clay polymer, and I was like, man, I'm in the right kind of place.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's me dealing with Amazon recently. I don't even know.
That sounds like pure chaos. Speaking of chaos, I did have one chaotic day, I will say, before we recorded this. This was before the harvest moon, where Dalany have a whole awakening Aries.
I also need to hear about this fire magic that you tried to do.
Fire magic that Dalany should never again. At least not in a. She's blonde. At least not.
You need adult supervision with shit like that.
For magic, yes. Delaney's a baby. She does not do magic.
You should have called me, my guy. Actually, I'm not the best person either. You saw my Kindle spell.
You would have been like, smoke that shit, light it. I would have been funny.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, This was before the harvest moon, and again, I was just going through it, like that period with the moon changes, and I'm blaming it on all of that. I'm blaming it on the transitions, what kind of moon it was in. I don't care. I'm using it, and I am running with it. I was going through it for a hot minute with your Virgo moon. Not blaming you, but I had a day where I was like,
over that bitch.
I know we don't have control over it. It's just the universe being like, haha, and then that's just how the cookie crumbles. But I had a day where I was like, you know what? Today's gonna be a good day. But then when you have like a weird feeling in the pit of your stomach of like something does not feel right. But in your mind, you're like, today's gonna be a fucking killer day. You know what I'm saying? Do you have days like that? Yep.
All the time.
So this was this day. And I literally, it was just, I don't know. First of all, Dalany now knows how to do money orders. She has never had to do one in her adult life. She didn't even know what a money order was.
I don't know what a money order is. Please explain it for us in the audience.
Yeah. So, like, my apartment complex switched management. They were like, you can't pay via cash, which that's a whole other thing in a minute. Dalany was just, I don't even know what Dalany was thinking.
No, that's fucking dumb that you can't pay in cash.
We had either checks or money order. Obviously, I don't have checks because I still use a local bank from my hometown, and I've never really had to have checks before.
Uses checks anymore. Let's be real.
That's when but obviously I should have them on deck for emergencies like this, because then I had to do this whole money order ordeal. So I go to Walmart because I'm like, what place even orders money order? What the hell is a money order? And it's pretty much just like a prepaid order of money, right? Like you're ordering, it's kind of like a check, but it gets processed right away. So you order it like for your $500 amount or whatever the fuck like the limit is, or like $20 or whatever you need it to be. And they'll automatically take it out of your bank, and then you write down like obviously the apartment it's for, all that jazz, give it to them, and then that's how like you pay. Where a check, you have to get a check processed and like then the money gets taken out. Money orders are just right away. And different businesses like do it, like Walmart does it. Most banks I think do it, and like post offices, but I just went to Walmart because like I don't know what I was doing. So the first day I go, and this was I think on Sunday, and I had to like pay my rent by like Tuesday I think, and I show up, you have to like show them your ID, like when you first do a money order, you have to like have all your information for your like not your bank but like your debit card pretty much, so you can pull it out, have the PIN ready, all that jazz. And it was not working. It kept canceling. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I know my debit card works. I just got a new one. So I was like so confused. And the Walmart guy's like, maybe you have to call your bank. Did you call your bank? I'm like, no. And by then it's past 5. So I was like, okay, well, I'm screwed. So then I call my bank the next morning, and my bank's like, we know where you're located. Like, we have it in our notes. It should be fine. But like, thanks for letting us know, I guess. Like, we'll keep a note, but like, you didn't really need to do this. It should come out easy. And I'm like, well, it keeps canceling. I go back a second day. It cancels again. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting so frustrated because I'm like, I got to pay my rent. I don't want a late fee. All this is stressing me out. So we try it again. Doesn't work. I'm walking out of the store and I have an epiphany. And I'm like, maybe I'm pulling too much at once. So then I go back and I was like, hey, can we please, this Walmart worker was so nice, by the way. Ironically, this was the same Walmart where I had that really shitty experience trying to get a fucking vacuum in the second episode, the first chaos episode.
You mean the aux cord?
Yes, the aux cord, not a vacuum. No. I meant the aux cord. Yeah, it's it's the same Walmart, full circle, people. And this guy was so helpful, so nice, and we pulled it. And it works. It was just I was pulling a too big of amount. So like at Walmart, like you can only pull like 500 max, like per money order.
They not know that.
I don't know. But I think it varies per bank and like per limit. I think is what he's like. I don't know if there's a set amount. Like I could have Googled it, but I didn't. But he said, I think it just varies like per bank or something. I was like, okay. And then you could only pull 1,000 per day, like total. So this is like for educational purposes for people who are pulling money orders. So I did have to go back again because I was like, well, I need to pay rent and all that jazz. Rent's expensive. It is what it is. So yeah, that was my experience doing my money order. But then that same day, I took Chili to Petco to get him groomed. And I had the same lady I had before. She's super sweet. She did a great job last time. She asked me the same questions. I tell her exactly what I want. I said, I like his hair long. Please trim his butt. Please trim under his ears. And please get the mats behind his paws. Because normally I just bathe him and trim him. But because he would not let me get the mats underneath his arms, which is new, he's never gotten that before, he would not hold still. And I didn't want to nip him. So I just let the professionals handle it. So then Chili gets dropped off. I leave. I go to Trader Joe's to go grocery shopping. And I'm in the parking lot. I'm just sitting there. Tia calls me. I answer. We're chatting about some plan for the upcoming plans of her coming down to visit me, actually. That's what we were talking about. And this lady pulls up next to me and she door dings me. And I watch her do it. She freaking opens it and door like hard.
I'd beat a bitch.
It was hard. And my mouth, like Tia was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, jaw.
Oh, no,
this
no,
lady's looking at me like, so then she gets out of the car and I go, is there a mark? And she's ignoring me. And I was like, fuck, Tia, I gotta get out of the car. I'm sorry, I gotta figure this out. And I swoop around and I go, is there a mark on my car? And I look and there's a mark. It's a little tiny one, but it's there. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Let me give you cash. Let me give you cash. And I was like, no, I can't take cash. This is a leased vehicle. I do not own this. I need to cover it. Like, I have
bitch,
to.
I bet because she saw that you were young, thought that you were just gonna go with it.
Oh, I know. And I'm gonna be honest, if I owned the car, probably I would have fucking probably charged her, whatever. Like, I know the price of this shit. Like, I get it. I would have taken cash, whatever, move on. Like, cars get dinged all the time. But because I'm leasing, I'm like, I have to have documentation for this. So I start taking photos and I said, I need your insurance information. And she's like hesitant, and then she gives it to me finally after she argues with me about the cash thing. And then like we swap all that. And then I go inside. My dumbass forgets to give her my insurance.
Call the police. Just let them deal with it, because technically that's them.
I mean, I didn't really think about calling the police because, I mean, shit
It's
happens.
there's
cameras in the Trader Joe's parking lot, most definitely. So you can actively see. And I had a witness. She had witnesses, which was her whole family, and her whole family was like looking at me. And I'm like, guys, I was being really nice about it too. I was like, no, I'm sorry. Like I don't own this vehicle. I am leasing it. I have to report this to your insurance. Like, I have to get this taken care of.
Yeah.
So then I've never really filed for anything like this before. Normally my parents have done it for me. So I called my insurance agent and she was like, actually, maybe you should try calling theirs first and getting it filed through them. That way you don't have to use your policy. And I was like, oh, I did not know that's how that worked. And I made sure I take photos of everything I needed to cover all my bases. And I call their agent or whatever and I look at their card, it's expired. So I'm like, shit. Well, either way, it shouldn't be on me. She hit me. She's going to have to deal with it. So then I'm calling, the insurance agent's like, oh, their insurance is closed, whatever. It happens. I think it's a smaller brand. So their hours were weird. So I needed to file or whatever. And then, so then I'm in Trader Joe's and she walks up to me, which this was on me. This is me being slow. But she was like, my husband says I need your insurance too. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Whatever. Because that way, if they call her and they're like, this is what happened, she knows who it's from. Mm-hmm. That to me made sense. But I also was like, do I need to give her my insurance? Because she hit me. But then I was like, nope, I know you have to do it both ways. That's whatever. So then that happened. And that was a whole ordeal. I was pissed. This lady was really trying to get out of it. And I was like, I understand, you do not want to do this. But, I don't own this. I tried to be so nice. I literally explained it 3 times. And finally she was like, oh, okay, I totally understand.
Yeah. You literally don't own the car. You have no choice but to follow the exact rules.
Mm-hmm. I have to have record that I filed it. I did not, it's not my fault. I did not do anything wrong. She hit my passenger door fucking hard. That's just how it was. Plus, not to mention, I went into Trader Joe's to grocery shop after that. That was chaotic because, of course, Sunday day grocery shopping is insane. And then,
I thought you went on Saturday.
wait, this was Tuesday.
What?
Wait, I'm confused on my day. Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm like getting mixed up with my days. So then I go to pick up the dog. I'm like, you know what? I handled that like an adult. I'm proud. I just need to file it. There we go. I covered all my bases. We're good to go. I go to pick up Chili and my eyeballs get big because my dog has been shaved. Not like bald, very short hair.
She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair.
Like Chili has never had that short of hair. He's a long-haired Chihuahua. He's never had short hair. His hair is healthy, but I was on the breaking point because of what happened at Trader Joe's, the insurance thing. I was about to crack, and I was literally about to fucking freak out. I take a deep breath. I'm like, you know what? Let's look at the positives. Everything is fine. You have all the insurance information. You know what? Chili's hair is healthy. He looks good. You know, it's different. He doesn't look like himself, but you know, maybe it's a good different. He's super soft. All the mats are taken care of. He just looks like a regular Chihuahua now. And that's fine. Like I've come to terms with it. I was doing all good, and yeah, and it was just a stressful period with work too. So that was the day the universe was testing me before this moon. And then this moon, I was like, new beginnings. I slept super good, which I wasn't at all before.
Fuck you.
Me and Payton flip-flopped.
Yeah.
I felt like a new human. I was getting into my witchy era. I never really go that hard, but I was really feeling it. I was like, I'm going to manifest. I'm going to set my intentions, put all my good vibes into the universe, and it's going to come back because the Aries moon. Also, I went and took a stroll. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous moon. Beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking. I did moon water. I didn't really know why, but I was like, maybe I should do this. So I did it. And I charged all my crystals and I bought obsidian. I went to a new witchy because I had like a gut feeling I needed some obsidian. So I was like, I'm going to get some for protection. I went to a witchy store. I did my witchiness, and that's where the fire magic happened. So I saw this spell where it was like a releasing spell of like, write down what doesn't serve you, and then you burn it and get rid of it. I was like, this is great. I can totally do that. And I wrote it on a sticky note, and this was bad. This is where, and then I realized, oh shit, it's a sticky note. It didn't burn that long. It was like 2 seconds, and then it obviously putted out because I was like, oh fuck. I lit it in like a candle case, so in case I needed to shut it down, I could close the oxygen off. So I was kind of thinking, I just didn't realize because it's a fucking sticky note how much smoke was gonna happen. So then I lit it and I was like, oh no, this is gonna let off my whole fucking fire alarm. I shut that bitch up. I closed her tight. I put her near the window. I like blew some of the smoke out. Everything was fine. But Dalany she's not doing fire magic in her apartment anymore because
I think we need to teach you fire magic.
Yeah.
And fire safety.
Yeah, which I was ready to go. I had the water. I had everything ready to go. Like, again, I had the right intention. It's just I was like, Dalany, this is stupid. Like, calm down. And I did. So I calmed down. We were all good. I was just getting a little too excited. But yeah, nothing went wrong, really. Good. Like, it wasn't anything bad. It literally was like right when it was lit, I put it out. Because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Dalany, stop. And then
I did fire magic. I had a little bit of smoke, but you have smoke. That's normal. As long as it's not like big smoke, it's not a problem. But yeah, I did something very similar where I burned. My problem was I went to bed and then I woke up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and I was like having nightmares and I was like, all right, I guess we got to do some magic this full moon because I was not feeling it all day. I had a headache. The full moon kicked my ass because people were just being assholes. They were really stepping into their like unrealized Aries energy where they're just being hot-headed douchebags all day. And so my head hurt. I was not feeling great. And so I was like, I'm not doing any kind of magic. I didn't do tarot readings. I didn't put out any crystals. I didn't put out any moon water. I was like, this energy is not for me right now. And yeah. And then I woke up at 2, 3 in the morning having nightmares, and I was like, bitch, you need to do some protection magic right now.
I bought obsidian. I had like that weird intuition feeling where I was like, I need this. I don't know why I need it, but I need this. And so
fire magic is known for protection as well as like quick speed. And I mean, obsidian, yeah, I love my black obsidian. I have a necklace that I've been wearing all week, black obsidian.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just like this moon was like a lot of fun to follow my intuition. You know, I don't know, manifest my life, kind of get prepared for what's to come. Really have a lot of self-reflection, and it was just like a fun way to do it. And I had a great time, like, for the 2 nights of the harvest moon. It was so funny. I went to a new witchy store. That was super cool. Like, they had everything. Like, it was deep witchy store. I was not expecting that. They had all different kinds of magic. Just it was insane. Like, they had so many options, and I was chit-chatting with the girl, and she was super sweet. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I had a really good spiritual enlightenment this harvest moon, I would say.
Hey. Love
it.
I was gonna bake pumpkin bread for the harvest moon, but like I said, I felt like shit that day, so I did not do anything. I still need to bake my pumpkin bread.
That sounds amazing.
I've been cooking a lot more recently, which has been really nice. I don't know if I've told you about this yet, but I made chicken noodle soup, which turned into chicken noodle pasta.
What? I thought it looked good when you sent me a photo of it.
It was really good. It was. I added too many noodles, so it soaked up all the broth. I don't know. My dumbass was just not thinking. I was so tired at that point. But it's delicious. Like, I just don't have any broth. But it's, like, amazing. I had it for dinner twice this week.
Yum.
Yeah, because it's for my class dinners. And then I meal prepped jar salads, which are also delicious. And then I made Monster protein balls for breakfast. They're delicious. I don't know. Last Sunday I went full on cooking mode. Like, cooking, baking, everything.
How's your cooking curriculum going?
Not really. Just because, like, I realize I don't have time for it because just too much else going on. I need to put my focus into other places. So I'm kind of doing it where I'm, like, planning my meals a little bit better. I'm cooking more often when I can. And Sundays, like, are a big prep day. But, like, so yeah. It's going, but I'm definitely not as much as I had planned for. And this is where I'm being gentle with myself also, is realizing I have a full-time job, which is 40 hours a week. I'm a full-time student, which is another 40 hours a week, which is 80 hours right there. I have a part-time job, which I'm only putting in 7 hours a week, which is 87. So 87 hours out of how many in a week? Hey, Google. How many hours are in a week? 68 hours. I have 87 of my hours filled up.
Damn.
And that is, like, I don't know. That's half. And I need, like, half of that to sleep and eat and do other things. So, I don't know. I'm being very gentle with myself in the fact that I can't do it, but I'm still attempting to learn in different ways. So, I'm having fun. Yeah.
I feel like unironically, I've been really gentle too with the September lock-in, but I feel pretty good. Like, I feel like I've been getting outside and moving more. I've been establishing a way better morning routine now. I was cooking and eating a lot healthier. You know, I was actually trying out Hinge. I was talking to a couple people, so I was putting myself out there a little bit. It was I had like some of my checklists, and ironically, I think I was doing them not to the full extent, like obviously not going to the gym, putting in the hours, doing this, doing that. Like, gently, I think I'm on a very good, I feel, trajectory with it.
Yeah.
The music part, not so much because I had so many changes for work. However, I will say I was actually doing some musical stuff. I wrote a song. I did.
Yay.
Is it good? It's funny, but it's not like, I don't know why I was thinking about some of those topics, but it was a chaotic. It was
Yeah.
These stories are not mine to share, so I cannot say what it's about.
Okay.
I did write a song. I actually bought a new notebook today with the intention of using it for my creativity, which is why I was thinking about September lock-in updates today.
Mhm.
And I did perform at my father and Hannah's wedding, and it went really well, and it felt really good to perform. Very nerve-wracking, but like it was good. Like I think that was like a good leap. So I think, again, in the traditional sense of how I mapped everything out, no, I am not doing everything I intended, but I'm taking the baby steps to get there. And I think that's a good win for September with how busy I was with the wedding, with going home, like with all of this stuff happening. So I think like October, December, if I keep making these like more of these baby steps now into a nice walking flow, I think we're going to get to some good results. And I think I've already been seeing some good results. So I'm happy. I'm happy with some of it.
I'm with you on that. I haven't fully dove into some of mine just because, like, part of my other curriculum that I added was my dopamine detox. I have majorly cut down my social media time. It doesn't seem like it when I just blow up your phone with a bunch of TikToks, but it's literally in the half hour that I sit on TikTok that I just think about Dalany and send her like 20 TikToks.
Our For You pages mesh.
They really do. But, yeah, I majorly cut down my social media time. I'm not hopping on my phone as soon as I wake up anymore. I'm like getting up, having slow mornings. I wanted to do the 5 a.m. walk club thing, but I've realized with how my schedule is, it's just not obtainable for me right now.
Not with your Tuesday, Thursdays.
No, not with my Tuesday, Thursday schedule. Is like, that's another reason that I'm being really gentle with myself with these expectations that I had beforehand, is because I knew I had no clue what my life was going to look like once grad school started. I have no expectations of grad school just because neither of my parents went. Like, they didn't graduate college on a normal level. I definitely didn't have anyone to be like, hey, this is what grad school is going to be like, which is a whole nother story of what's gone on so far. But like with the cooking and the dopamine detox, I really have been focused on trying to do the smaller things to lead up to the bigger things once I get myself established. Because I'm only going into week 3 of classes, which is wild to think about. That, like,
already a month. That's insane.
I know. And it feels like nothing, but like so much has happened, which is so wild to think about. Because I already had my first workshop for my classes, and I have to turn in my second set on Tuesday. And then there's just been so much that's happened, and it's crazy to think about, but also like I need to remember that you don't adjust in a day. Rome was not built in a day. It literally wasn't. Like, you can't build up this. I like the idea of the lock-in. Right now it's just not obtainable for me because I'm locking in on so many other things.
That's valid. I think an adjustable period is so necessary. Especially with you developing a new schedule. Like, I don't blame you one bit. I would think I would do the same thing. I mean, I kind of had to adjust too, as like new events kept popping up that I like had to be there for, like prioritizing, end of quarter, beginning of quarter, like all of that stuff. There's a lot of changes. So I think I'm glad that we are basking in the small wins.
Yeah.
Go
That's
up.
big for us.
That is.
Big.
That is big for us. Normally we'd be like, we failed. We
We
haven't done this.
suck.
But I budget like every Sunday. I like lock in on my financials.
Good.
I'm all of the little things. I'm like, I know I'm building the foundation, and then really I just have to like, if I want to take it a step further, I really can. I just when I
You gotta
when I am
slowly
home,
build it.
when my home is consistent, when I'm consistently home, then we will. Because I've had a lot happen, including going to the Jonas Brothers.
Oh my god, her and Tia's Snapchats cracked me up about this and the messages that I got.
Tia came up and stayed with me for a while. We worked from home together. It was a nice little chit-chatting time. I ended up like, I had no idea what outfit I wanted to wear. I ended up wearing something I already owned, a Canadian tuxedo. I went denim on denim, baby, with my sparkle boots. I was ready to go. I matched Kevin. Me and Kevin were twinsies. Like, we had pretty much the same exact outfit on, which I kind of knew.
I always see him in denim on denim.
I think I knew deep down. I just was like, it'd be so funny if like Kevin and I matched. Boom, he copied my outfit. More like I copied him, but it's okay. And let me just say,
It's raining out.
The vibes are great in Payton's Seattle world. The rain is raining. That was one of the best concerts I have ever been to, and that says a lot. I've been to a lot of shows, big and small, or artists like. And holy moly, like, I'm not sure if it was the nostalgia of it with all of the songs from my childhood getting played live in their mature vocals. Their vocals live was amazing. They're such
I'm so jealous.
performers. And I think a lot of their songs on their discography are meant to be heard live. Like Backwards, when everyone's like louder, that whole trend, and you're screaming it at the top of your lungs. Love Bug, it was insane. Just like so many songs that you're just, When You Look Me in the Eye, I sobbed at Little Bird and When You Looked Me in the Eye. I literally, I was tearing up. I knew it was going to happen because I have such like I think I developed such an emotional attachment to some of their music just for where I am in my point of my life. And just hearing that, the raw vocals and the emotion behind it and all of that was awesome. Big Rob came out, which was cool. For Burn It Up, that was iconic. Their dad came out for When You Look Me in the Eye, which I did not know he co-wrote with Nick. Like, just hearing that story was cool because I'm not a super big Jonas Brothers like locked in fan, but I am a fan of their music, and I really started appreciating it a lot more with Happiness. It was the album after Happiness Begins. And Via and I would listen to the album all the time with literally, oh my God, why can't I remember the song? I feel like I ran through the ceiling. Wings.
I don't know.
It's Wings. Sorry, I had to like sing it. Yeah. Wings, I had a very good attachment to it, and it was just an amazing concert. And Nick, like, their special guest was Nick Jonas and the administration, and they performed so, like, hearing that live, and it was so funny too because I played Tia songs off the album, and she's like, what is this? I was like, this is when Nick went off and made an album with the administration. He like was trying some different music. I was like, it'd be so funny if they started performing these songs, and you're lucky I taught you what this is. Sure as shit. When it popped up, I screamed. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Frankie also, not Frankie just running into the crowd. He ran around the whole
That does
stadium.
not surprise me about Frankie.
I was like, no security. He's just going for it. I was like, wow, like what a king. That was honestly really cool to like get the hype.
TikTok used to be my favorite thing to watch.
I love the show he did with Kevin where it's like you guess celebrity siblings. That cracked me up. Or how you're related to a celebrity. That was insane. I also saw All American Rejects. It felt like you were just at a house
That
party.
makes me hate you.
I'm sorry.
I love All American Rejects.
They are such good performers, Payton. Like, I would go to their actual tour if they had one. I was going to go to the bowling alley one they did in Minnesota, and then I never went because I was visiting Ethan in Wisconsin, and I was like, oh my God.
You know where else they performed? Okay, you know who else performed? They performed at the Banana Ball games. So did Big Time Rush, and so did the Jonas Brothers. All three of them did. I was like, get the fuck out of here. When am I going to be able to go to a banana ball game? I can't do this anymore. I need to go to a banana ball game.
You do. You got to see Jackson. They're actually coming to Minnesota. They're coming to Target Field.
You know, they were here in Seattle, and I didn't know it because I was too busy with my own life. Because I'm an idiot. Why am I not worried about banana ball all the time?
Why am I not thinking about the banana ball? That's odd. I
could have seen my husband.
Could have got a free.
It doesn't cost much for VIP tickets to meet them. It's $125.
That's not bad.
No. And I want to do it so bad.
Yeah, it was just... That's overall amazing performances. I would go to a Jonas Brothers concert again. I just felt like it was my mind. I wasn't even in the arena.
They both were like, this is such a spiritual experience.
It was such a spiritual, celestial experience for me. I don't know why. It was like, I was raising my hands. I was feeling it. I was feeling the music. I was feeling the riffs. It was just, it was phenomenal. It was amazing. And yeah, and then I guess the only other thing I got is like Tia really tried to leave and the universe said, "Hot, you're not leaving, bitch." And they gave her a flat tire. So the next day,
nail in her tire.
Yeah, after we were staying up, because we had a whole parking mishap too, and like that was fucking ridiculous. And like Tia, like we didn't get home till late, and then it was Tia was trying to leave, and we actually went to the Pancake House, the original, like one of the pancake houses.
That's so good right now.
We were like, oh my god, it's not the Waffle House, but full circle, everything's better at the Waffle House. Like it was like it was a perfect wrap up of the weekend / Jonas Brother experience. Ironically, even though it was not good that she got a nail in her tire, but overall it was like hindsight, like we got to celebrate friendship. It was so much love in the fandom. It was such a good experience. And that's all I gotta say about it. Also, I didn't know that Discount Tires gives out free patching services. Did not know that.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Okay, that was my spiel. I'm sorry, I'm like really limited in my brain. I'm like, take me back.
I love it.
Take me back. It was just.
I'm glad you guys had such a good time. And the fits, they were looking hot as fuck. I was watching this, guys. Okay, I wasn't watching all of the Snapchat stories. I fell asleep at 6:30 p.m.
While all this was going on, Payton was hibernating.
I slept from 6:30 p.m. to 10 a.m. It was freaking wild. I don't know. But yeah, when I was watching the stories later, I was just like messaging them and I was like, you guys are hot. Like, what the hell? What is this?
Canadian tuxedo all the way. That's all I gotta say.
It was, girl, your hair and makeup, fine as fuck as well.
Thank you. I did the makeup. Tia obviously did my hair because I can't do hair for
yeah,
shit.
Dalany can't do hair.
I can't do hair for shit. And my hair's so long right now. So I have so much hair to work with where normally I've been chopping it. But I've been like going back and forth if I want to chop it or not again.
I told my coworker, I was like, do I grow it out again or do I cut it off? And she was like, well, you have such beautiful thick hair. You should grow it out. And then I showed her the video of me chopping it off to my shoulders. And she was like, oh, that really suits you. And I was like, my dilemma. Like I look good with both. So what do I do?
It's such a hard choice.
Every time I grow it out, I'm like, I want to chop it off. But then when I chop it off, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of liked it long, but I hate having it long. I don't know. It looks good long, but I hate having it long.
I like either or. That's like my thing. I like the low maintenance of short, but like, I feel like
Delaney's never really done short hair, though.
I go like medium length.
Yeah.
I was tempted after I watched the Summer I Turned Pretty finale to chop it like Belly's hair. I was like,
ooh.
Could I pull that off the bob? But here's my thing. My hair does not have enough volume to make that look good. It will press up flat against my head, and that's just how it will stay.
You don't have much texture to it. If you were to do it, you would need to like find a way to add texture to it.
I have to style it every day. And then it's like, what's the fucking point of chopping it off when I have to
you don't go
style it
out every day.
What?
I mean, you're seen on a computer most days.
Yeah, but my camera's always on.
That's true.
I have to show I'm showing blah 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 blah.
I just realized how flat your hair is. Now that you pointed it out.
That's why I tried chopping it to my shoulders in middle school once, and I looked like Lord Farquaad. Never again.
Holy shit.
Never again.
Blonde Lord, no. You know what it actually, no. Prince Charming has some volume.
Volume. He has volume. Dalany does not. See, the funny thing is too is the ends have volume, like because my hair's naturally wavy. So like yesterday when I got out of the shower, it was like va va voom, but the top is just so flat. It's just flat.
You have Irish curls, is what you have. So it's like fake curls, unless you put products in it or like learn how to take care of it.
Why does this look so funny?
Explain to the audience what you were doing.
I'm like, it's like my fingers look longer. I'm like waving. I was doing a waving motion with my arm, and I was like doing it really fast, and my arm looks fucking weird. Is it like a lag? God. Is it me? Is my brain like? I'm gonna stop doing it. It's freaking me out. And that's how the cookie crumbles, folks.
The amount of books that I have bought, like, for school or for my own personal research recently is too many.
How many is that?
So I had to order 4 for one class, 2 for another, and then I ordered the H.P. Lovecraft collection because of writing that I'm going to do for one of my classes. So, because I need to research some H.P. Lovecraftian style stuff. But yeah, also writing recently has been so fun, so good. I have 2 brand new books I'm working on as well. Problematic because I need to finish the ones that I've already been working on. But I'm doing a new one, is a King Arthur retelling. But it's focused on Merlin as the main character, and it's like it's a twist. It's a I don't know. It's just a twist on Merlin's story is the focus. And then so I don't know. The other one is more like I'm flirting with the ideas that I have for it. So I don't want to talk about it until I've decided whether I'm writing it or not. But I'm definitely like, I don't know. I have so many books I'm working on right now, you guys. It's not even funny. I need to focus on one of my workshops so that I can actually get a novel finished and sent out to publishers, because that's the current goal right now with getting my MFA, is working on focusing and like working through specific writings and like messing with styles and different ideas. But it's so hard. It's so hard to stay focused when I have so many ideas bouncing around in my head. And if Dalany would read Big Magic, we could talk about some of the ideas in Big Magic, because I think that needs to be a whole episode in its own, because it's such a good book.
Speaking of being gentle with the September Locket.
I haven't even opened it, have you?
I have read a couple pages when I first started, and then I haven't touched it since.
Okay.
But I did, unironically, I opened up a different series. I started getting back into it again, which is good. Like halfway through that book, I just don't walk away from me.
Walk away from you. Waiting for how long? You bought this book how long ago?
At the same time I bought this other book I'm working on. I bought it
in the same it was in like January.
No, it has not been that long. It was towards like the end of summer.
No, it was not.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it might have been March, because I'm pretty sure it might have been like when we were really getting started on recording episodes.
Is it already October? I have no concept of time right now. And like, January feels so long ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it had to have been January, because that's when we really started, like, when we recorded our first couple of episodes. And we didn't publish them until, publish them until June.
You're right.
We started going in, like, March.
Gentle baby steps, like I mentioned.
You can be gentle with yourself. I don't have to be.
I know.
I can be salty. Delaney, I'm reading this book for a second time, and here's the thing. I send quotes from this book to my students because I used to read them quotes from this book every Friday, and I had one of my students message me that she misses hearing like certain sections of this book. So I started sending them quotes over text because they love this book and they haven't even read it.
Payton, I'm not saying I'm not gonna like the book.
I
It's
know.
just
I'm
haven't
just trying
gotten
to
into it.
I'm just trying to convince you.
I know,
I'm trying to be persuasive.
I know. I will get there eventually.
Okay.
I'm just in the middle of my smut. I'm sorry.
Is this your Poison Blood or whatever?
Yes, I reignited. I'm on book 2. That was the book I stopped reading because I ordered that along with Big Magic, I think, and I just stopped. I put it down because I just wasn't back into it, and then now I'm starting to kind of try to get back into it again when I was trying to not be on my phone for the lock-in and read at night.
Yeah.
And I need something more fun in those instances versus like constructive, and Big Magic is more constructive for me, where it'll get me thinking, like it'll just get me thinking, and I need to shut down, and fantasy's not going to shut me down. I mean, it's your what do you call it when it's like when you lay and you like are like daydreaming, but you're like, you have a term for it. You lay there, fantasy hour. What is it you call it? Where you lay there and you're
what
like,
I call it?
Yeah, you like lay there and you're like thinking of scenarios in your head, or you're dreaming, but it's like you're not dreaming yet because you're not asleep. What do you call it?
Yes. I can't remember what
It's not fantasy hour. I know it's not fantasy hour. It's something.
No, it's not. I'm blanking on it too.
I know you've texted it to me. Also, I just want to say too, with the reading thing, I saw this TikTok where it was like, give yourself grace for like when you put a book down. Because sometimes like people go through, waves of like really into book and reading and like kind of not. But I don't know. I really resonated with that because I feel like that's what was happening with me.
Yeah, I need to get back into reading for fun alongside my grad school reading. Obviously, I have very little time. We have been like first 2 weeks we had to read a book before class, so I had like to read a book in a week, which like isn't hard. I used to read whole book series in a week, but it's very different when it's something you want to read versus something you have to read. And it's not like these writings are bad or just like uninteresting. It's just not stuff that I would choose. Like you said, you don't want something that you have to think about before bed. And there's sometimes that you don't want to have to think while you're reading. So you're such a goofball. Oh my god.
It's so funny how I'm in the baby corner. I'm just stretching my back out because I'm old.
Yeah, I feel that. But I don't know. My next read, I've talked about this is going to be my next read for so long, is Heartless. And I just haven't made the time to read it. And I need to. I don't know. I've got too much going on in my life right now. I keep wanting to add shit, and I don't have time to add anything. I was going to do a whole bunch of stuff yesterday. I spent the whole day editing podcasts.
Well, you did get something done.
Yeah. I got something done.
Did you go on your new obsession now while you were editing?
No, I did not because I was so focused on editing. I'm going to today when we get off and I have to watch a video for class.
Test that bad boy out.
You guys, I got the best deal. Dalany was talking about how much she loves Facebook Marketplace. My apartment complex has something even better. It has an app for my apartment complex. And people sell stuff on this app. And I got a notification Thursday morning that somebody was trying to get rid of their walking pad for $50. And so I messaged her immediately and I was like, hey, if you hold on to it for a day, because obviously I didn't get home until 10 p.m. on Thursday, I will give you 60 instead of 50. And she's like, no, 50 is just fine. Just come pick it up when you're here. I need to be gone by 5:30 on Friday. And so I went and picked up this walking pad. I looked it up. okay, first of all, I went and talked to the lady and she was like, there's only 2 miles on this thing. And I was like, okay. She's like, it's pretty much brand new. And then I get back and I look it up. And the brand that it is on Amazon, I didn't even look it up on the website. I was just looking on Amazon. Amazon is usually cheaper than like the actual websites. $35 to $150 for this walking pad.
Walking pads are expensive.
I know, and I got it for $50. It has a laptop holder thing, so I can work on my laptop, work on my iPad, work on whatever while I walk. And it's rainy season right now, so like you're not really wanting to walk here. It's super nice weather, but like besides the rain, it's really nice out. But like, yeah. So I got a walking pad for $50, barely used. She's like 2 miles are on it max. That was my steal. No, I have not used it yet. I literally got it Friday night. And then, like I said, I passed out at 6:30. And then all day yesterday, I was just editing. So I haven't gotten to use it yet. So I'm probably going to use it tonight.
I would just say with them, watch your electric bill.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a huge difference because I don't think I was like too consistent with it where I think it made a difference. But I heard that if you use it pretty consistently just to see, like, you know, if you use it consistently versus like when you didn't, what the difference is.
I mean, I've lived in my apartment 1 month. I've gotten 1 electricity bill, so I have no clue.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's just something people told
Good
me
to know.
Also,
yeah, we got to move on to the fall episode, though.
I agree. And I need another snack.
And I'm gonna grab a snack because you know a girl gotta eat.
We love snacks. I'm gonna lock back into my soup.
All right, that's the show, darlings.
Cue the can.
Okay, Jasper, why are we yelling?
You just ignore cat voices.
He's spoken to the mic, ladies and gentlemen. That's my little man.
Good boy, Jaspy.
You did a really good job with that.